Ashlyn.
The beginning to... The beginning to be.
Want to play some pitches, piano? Okay, all right, there's some nice stuff in your basic pattern. It's nice and smooth. I think it's appropriate for the music. If you're conducting at this size, okay, then I don't think your release generally should be, it should be in relation to that, right?
Okay.
So if you're conducting this size and your release is this big, that would be like, all right, we're stopping rehearsal now, okay? So if you're conducting here this size, your release should be that size.
Okay.
If you're conducting, you know, this big, it would make sense for a bigger release. So keep that release smaller, a little more contained. And then I think it's all clear. I felt a little uneasy when we got to the breath marks, and I think I would have felt a little more comfortable if there was a little more sustain shown before the release. Like, like you kind of went to, I mean, it was like this was moving and this was moving, right? So 1 and 2, you know, yeah, it's okay to show sustain, but this was still beating pulse. And I was like, nah, okay, and it happened, but I think it would just make for a little more comfort there. So can you do that? Just focus on the size of the release and stopping the right hand when you show something with the left hand.
Okay.
Even smaller on the release. That's okay. I spoke to you right in the middle. The first one was still really big. Okay. Even if we went from like large to medium, we need to go medium to small. Okay. So even more. Make it mirror, you know, the size and shape of the right hand. Do it again.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's closer. Okay. Now the thing is that, so before the first breath mark is a quarter note, before the second one is a half note. Okay, I don't think you need to show as much information, you know, during that beat. Like conducting 2 eighth notes during that, I think is a little too much during that quarter note is what I'm saying. So, dee da 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 da, 1 and 2. Right?
Okay.
Stretch that beat 2. I don't think we need to have 2 and we're gonna hold on the and 1 or 2, hold, breathe. I think that's a little too much information. On the half note, I get it. 1 and 2, breathe. Okay. So maybe 1 Show beat 2, stretch beat 2, and take a breath there.
Okay.
Okay, one more time. That's all. The second one, you still conducted through the end of 2, but I could tell you recognize it. This one, both times, the third breath mark, both times you haven't breathed there or shown anything there. And I think that there's choices you can make there. Maybe you're choosing that you don't want them to breathe. If that's the case, you need to show more. You need to show something, because everybody has a breath mark in their parts.
Yeah.
And so if you want to do something contrary to that, you're going to have to say, no, look, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
So what's your intention there, first of all?
I was hoping to do a small breath and breathe with them there, but I forgot it.
Okay, so you need to actually breathe in.
Myself,
Show
yeah.
them, demonstrate what type of breath you want there. Why don't we start the pickups into the 5th bar,
Okay.
right after that breath mark there.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 and 3 and 1. Got anxious.
Yeah.
And got there a little early.
Breathed early.
Long quarter note first. Okay, do it again, same place. Okay, the timing was closer. The timing was closer. If I were a player, I still wouldn't feel like I had enough information to get through it, but not enough to really feel like I was doing what you wanted me to, or I was sure of what you wanted. Can you give us a little more information?
Yes.
Like a little, I saw your mouth open, I didn't see a breath. Maybe, does that make sense?
Yeah.
I saw like, okay, there's a breath here, but what kind of breath, what duration,
Yeah. Okay.
how much of the note am I gonna hold before I breathe, all those things. You gotta really show us what kind of, make it so that you are trying to, how do I do that? How do I say this? You're trying to make us breathe by how you breathe. That didn't come out right, but that's,
I understand.
okay, all right, all right. Now we just got to get the hands to follow it a little bit more, okay? But that's the idea. Everything else was smooth, okay? Any comments? I'm gonna get any comments, and I want you to go back and do the whole section again.
Can you make sure you breathe after every breath mark as well? Like, so like the first 2 where you actually kind of stop with it, can you make sure like breathe us back in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you say bring or breathe?
Breathe us back in.
Breathe us back in?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Like exhale? Or what do
No,
you
she
say?
wasn't breathing on the breath mark.
I just didn't. I
I was
didn't
cutting
breathe
them off
because
and
I
not
should-
breathing back in
Yeah.
to bring them in.
Got it. Okay. On the first 2.
Yes.
Oh, okay. My bad. I understand. Okay. Yeah. Other comments? Just breathe.
I guess one more thing is at A in like the lower voices, like they've got like a really pretty moving line, so maybe you could like look over and address them.
Yeah, I tried to the first few times, and then I got caught up with other things and focused here.
Yeah, no, I understand, but yeah, it's just something you can think of in the future.
Okay. One more time through. Just breathe. release, light release. Okay, so I think maybe what I was trying to say earlier, and this will come out maybe a little more eloquent, but probably not, is treat this as your ensemble, right? And it's a voice or a wind instrument, okay? And by the breath that you take is the sound that you're going to create through them, okay, through us. So if you take a breath like, you're gonna get a kind of. So take that breath that you're gonna breathe the sound into us, okay, and create it, because that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. Okay, any other comments?
Yeah, like on that one, when you breathed after you cut us off, it felt like it was like on a beat, and like before it kind of felt like it was on the end of the beat, even though it wasn't. So it was
Good. Okay, thank you.